So there's been a big revelation, and I put revelation in big quotations, as to some Grey Knight lore in Warhammer 40k. We finally now know what the Terminus decree is. We finally got that secret unveiled. And a lot of people have some thoughts, including myself. So the Terminus decree, if you don't want it spoiled, I don't fucking care. You can leave or whatever. So you probably know by now. You probably already know by now. Yes, the Terminus decree that the secret order of the Grey Knights is basically as followed: the Emperor cannot leave the throne. Like, if the Emperor ever got up and wanted to save the Imperium of Man again, the Grey Knights would have to see to it that he would stay on the throne. And that's the big reveal. And some people are saying, oh, that's a stupid reveal. Oh, the Terminus decree should have never been revealed or whatever. I am kind of I'm of a different mind. See, I'm glad they revealed the Terminus decree, and it's kind of a big thing, right? Like, saying that the Grey Knights, above all else, would have to stop the Emperor, any chance of resurrection of the Emperor. Yeah. That's a really cool idea. And also, I'm someone who doesn't like having, loose plot threads everywhere, which is funny because, as a Warhammer fan, you see loose plot threads everywhere. Like, the Gordian knot is more tighter compact than this storyline, with how many loose plot threads we've lost over the decades of Warhammer 40k. So I'm kind of glad that they, pulled the string and showed, hey, this is what the Terminus decree is. At least we got something. And I don't think it's that big of a deal. I don't think it's not like they revealed the name. It's not like, they revealed the 2nd and 11th Primarchs or anything like that. But I'm of a different mind about all this. I really am of a different mind about what the Terminus decree means. Basically, my whole thing with the Terminus decree is that, is it even going to fucking matter? Honest question to all of you watching. Is the Terminus decree even going to matter in the scope of Warhammer 40k? Because I can guarantee you, like I just talked about, there are so many open plot threads and continuity things out there that have never been resolved and will probably absolutely never resolved. Hell, it could take another 10 years before we come back to this. Or hell, it could be retconned in 5 months. Yeah, so that's kind of my thought process of I'm more of the mindset of, does it even fucking matter? That's what I'm really thinking, because we'll forget about it in a month. And also, I'm sure GW will too. I'm sure they're not, there's a part of me that's yes, would I like to see, this explored and show that, the Grey Knights, maybe have a plot line where the Grey Knights have discovered that someone is trying to bring the Emperor back and now have to, kill this guy, and it puts them into the crosshairs of the Custodes and the Sisters of Silence. Yeah, I would love to see that. I would absolutely love to see that played out, like a Custodes v Grey Knight war. That would be really cool. But at the same time, I don't know if we'll ever get that. Remember, Lionel Johnson got resurrected several years ago, and he still hasn't met Guilliman yet. And there's no sign of it so far, as of this recording release, that we have Guilliman and Lion meeting each other. And now it looks it all points to, all stuff with Space Wolves and all their upgrades and everything else points to Lehman Russ coming back, and I can't wait for that to not go anywhere. Hell, Fulgrim returning didn't have that much of an impact. Fulgrim returning to the setting didn't have that massive of an impact. Now, yes, 10th edition is winding down, and 11th edition is coming next year. So we'll probably get some other stuff in the near future, but as it stands, there's so many things else out there that are way more interesting. When are we going to see Guilliman and Lion meet? When are we going to have the whole thing with Valdor and as the King in Yellow? It's just another thing. I don't even think it was there's a part of me, a real big part of me, that thinks this wasn't even meant to be a big thing. Like, I think the fandom is just kind of like going into crisis mode over nothing, because it feels more like, the more I thought about it, I was like, it really, not only does it would, I don't know if it matters or not, but also it might have just been a blurb. It might have just been like a little story blurb and just been like, well, we'll throw like GW was probably like, well, we'll probably just throw this out to the fandom, see how they react. Maybe we'll do something, maybe we won't. But hey, we're going to reveal what the Terminus decree is. Are we going to do anything with it? Probably not. Yeah. That's really what it feels like. Like, it feels more like it wasn't even meant to be a big thing, but this fandom went nuclear. So I really don't know. I'm just more like, I want to care about, because this is kind of like, at the same time, as much as like it feels like a throwaway thing, it's also really important because like, like we've had this before with other stories. Like, I believe there was Vaults of Terra, the Vaults of Terra trilogy novels, where it was revealed that some members of the Imperium were working with the Drakari to help try to bring the Emperor back, and it was revealed they were making their own clone of the Emperor. The Drakari were making a Dark Eldar Emperor clone to try to control the Astronomicon. Yeah. So, but that story went that ending just basically said, oh, no one survived at the end, and the Emperor's clone was never revealed, and no one knows what happened. So we go back to status quo. So that's why I kind of feel like we're going to have this is another Vaults of Terra situation where it's like, holy shit, that's a big thing. It's not going to matter. It's really not. Anyway, I know I sound so pessimistic, but I just kind of seen like everyone like freak out about this, but I'm just kind of here sitting like, are they going to do anything with it? Because I feel like they just said it and just walked away. That's my thing with it. And one of my gripes, as much as I love Warhammer 40k, it's becoming a big gripe that like they're throwing out all these ideas and never doing anything with them. Like, they don't know whether to continue the story or let it be sedentary. It's like they're trying to serve two masters and they don't know what to do. So that's just kind of a mindset on it right now. But yeah, you guys tell me in the comments below, do you guys think the Terminus decree reveal even fucking matters? Do you guys want to see it continued? Do you guys think it was a bad idea to have the decree revealed? Or are you more of the mindset of, I want this to be a thing? Like, I want this to actually be like, is this going to bring a conflict between the Grey Knights and the Greater Imperium? Which I also gotta admit, like, now that it doesn't look like they're gonna be using Kaldor Drago anymore, thank God. Like, I'm sorry, all 10 Kaldor Drago fans. It also just feels like the Grey Knights are getting shafted a lot lately. Probably because I feel like I'm okay with the Grey Knights. I wouldn't say I'm a Grey Knights fan, but like for the most part, the Grey Knights have just been, for me, just kind of there. And it feels like they're just kind of, now that everyone knows about Chaos, the Grey Knights are slowly getting pushed aside. And maybe that's just this is kind of part of that, to keep the people interested in the Grey Knights. But anyway, just comment below, let me know. Other than that, I hope y'all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.